I read the full disclaimer for getting on the helicopter. The first time I've ever read a full disclaimer, and it said, "We're held harmless in event of injury or death." Read it all, signed it, and got on. And I just had this feeling. I had a feeling it wasn't right. And then right as we were about to get over the beach, we heard this loud pop. We looked outside, and you could just see all the flames and smoke coming from the engine. We all clasped hands in the back and just looked at each other. I said, "God, to your will." Knowing that I was either going to wake up or I was going to be in heaven. And I was all right with either one.
This truck driver on the other side of the freeway was switching lanes, and he hit a Ford F-150 and flew over the freeway and landed on me head on. I died. They put a trach tube in my throat so I could breathe. And the doctor was trying to tell my family to pull the plug. Yeah, he said that if I lived, I'd be a vegetable. I think I'm a cute carrot, huh?
I was 33 weeks pregnant at 40 years old, first child, emergency C-section, and I wouldn't stop bleeding, I wasn't clotting, so they ended up having to cut me open and take out a foot of my colon due to a blockage that was about the size of a softball. A week after my son was born, they did a surgery similar to that on him, but he unfortunately was not strong enough to survive. We had FaceTime, which was nice, so I was able to at least see him and hear him cry and things like that, but I wish I at least had been able to hold my son, because I was never able to hold him while he was alive, so that's a part that that haunts me, I guess.
A pedestrian ran into the freeway and hit me. He was projected towards a big rig, so he didn't make it. I flew off my bike at 65 miles an hour. Even though I flew off my bike, no other car ran me over. The tragic thing is that even though I only broke my finger, there's no bone from here to here. It's gonna be removed.
I have an autoimmune disease. It's called vitiligo. Most people know it from what Michael Jackson had. I was really uncomfortable when I first got it. It was kind of made me self-conscious and tried to hide it. And one day I just decided it's part of me. There's no point in being upset about it. And now I call them my leopard spots.
14 years ago, after I had my daughter, I had my first colonoscopy, and I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. The only thing that can cure it is to take out your colon. I either die, take my own life, or have surgery and remove my colon. I owe my life to my husband. If he wasn't as persistent, I wouldn't be here today.
It's been a 30-year process. I'm 39 years old, so it started when I was 9, and they found a small tumor in my jaw. They just decided to scrape the bone, but it activated something within the tumor that caused it to grow back twice as big and twice as fast. And in the process of being in that surgery, they determined that it was the entire right side of my mandible. So in the middle of the surgery, they flew in a cadaver hip bone, took out half of my right side and 9 of my teeth.
We launched our campaign today.
Yes, we did. Through the messaging and the branding of our clothing, we want to help people feel better about themselves, proud of what they've been through, and if they don't have their own voice and they're not ready to share their story, they can find a little bit of confidence and strength hanging in their closet.
Ever since I met Christina and heard about Beautiful Disaster, I wanted to work with her because she's perfectly aligned with Artists for Trauma's mission.
I wanted to be able to give people an experience where they could find beauty in what they might not always find beauty in.
My husband once told me, "You're just a beautiful disaster."
Literally, if I could have it across my forehead, it would be what I am.
You don't know how beautiful you are until someone shows you how beautiful you are. And that's what Beautiful Disaster has done to me.
Beautiful disaster makes me feel like a beautiful disaster. It makes me feel good.
We always feel guilty for going through hard times. We shouldn't. We should not feel guilty. It's just life. It's being imperfect, and that's the perfect thing about life.
Trauma specifically it's an event. If you surrender to it and let it be part of you and wear it with pride, then you'll wear it perfectly. And that's what we did today. We gave people power.